All right, let's talk about something that I think so many of us are feeling right now. That deep, comforting sense of just being alone. We're going to explore why solitude is starting to feel like the new safe haven in this crazy, hyper-connected world of ours.
So, what's really at the heart of all this? It all kind of boils down to one big question about the way we live our lives today.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. That incredible feeling of relief when your plans get canceled, or that deep, deep comfort of just a quiet night at home? Why is that becoming such a universal thing? Let's get into it.
Okay, so a big part of the answer seems to be this idea of the social performance. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's that feeling that whenever you're around other people, you're basically on a stage, and the curtain just never ever comes down.
So what does this performance actually feel like? Well, for starters, when you're alone, there's no stage. That constant low-level buzz of pressure to be on, to be charming, to be engaging, it just vanishes. You can finally drop the act.
And then there's this, the need to impress. That subtle, or hey, sometimes not so subtle, pressure to talk about your achievements, to be funny, to prove you're doing okay. It's like you're on this exhausting treadmill, and being alone is the only time you get to just step off. Oh, and this one is huge. The constant self-editing. You know that little voice in your head that's always running, replaying what you just said, worrying if it was the right thing, wondering if you were too much or maybe not enough? When you're alone, that filter just switches off. You can just be. No censorship needed.
And last but not least, you don't have to manage anyone else's expectations. Think about all that emotional labor, all that work of managing how other people feel. Smiling when you're exhausted, making sure the conversation stays light. In solitude, you're off the clock. The only person you have to take care of is you.
So, what's the end result of all this performing? Well, it creates this massive gap between what we hope we'll get from socializing and what it actually feels like. We go in wanting real connection, but it ends up feeling, well, heavy, right? The small talk feels so fake, like we're all just reading from a script. Conversations can turn into these low-key competitions over who's got the better story, and that deep connection we're all craving, so often it just feels distracted, with everyone only half there, one eye on their phone. Okay, so let's flip the script. If socializing is the performance, then solitude, well, that's the freedom. It's where you finally get to step off that stage and just come back to yourself.
And that feeling is just peaceful. It's this deep, profound sense of peace that just washes over you when all that social noise finally quiets down. It's a kind of calm you just don't find anywhere else,
Because it's the only space where you can actually breathe. And that's really the payoff, isn't it? It's more than just quiet. It's restorative. It's like taking that deep, full breath you didn't even realize you were holding in. That's the freedom we're talking about.
Now, it's really important to be clear about this. This isn't about hating people or being antisocial. Not at all. It's just we're tired of pretending. We're just completely exhausted by the inauthenticity of it all.
And this all leads to a really powerful way to reframe this whole thing. See, it's not about being lonely. It's about protecting something important. Think about it. For way too long, we've mixed up solitude with loneliness. We see it as this sad, negative thing. But what if that's just flat out wrong? What if the reality is that choosing to be alone is actually an act of self-protection? A way of guarding your energy, your peace of mind, your true self?
Because solitude isn't loneliness. Sometimes it's self-protection. It's such a simple idea, but it changes everything, doesn't it? So the next time you feel that pull to just be by yourself, remember this: you're not retreating from the world. You're just protecting your inner peace. It's not loneliness. It's essential self-care.